Okay, so I just watched the series. I just finished it literally just. Got a few things here. So, I love the series. Personally, I don't think it's going to be Kingdom. I think Kingdom has it. I loved it when he mentioned wealthy, and the teacher asks him what's a wealthy, and he goes, "Oh, it's someone on welfare." I thought wealthy was like the opposite. I thought wealthy was someone who had lots of money, that sort of thing. Best line for me personally was when the teacher turned around to the student and said, "When you hit someone, you're the one who really, you're the one who ends up losing, and you never really win. Understand?" The student turns around and goes, "No, I don't." I fucking loved it. The soundtrack. In some areas, I thought the soundtrack was really good. Needed to be more intense. The soundtrack kind of was a bit more passive. The first scene, the camera angles and the transitional shots, I fucking loved. I loved the idea that the series kind of hinted the idea of suicide with the zombies. At the start, I didn't quite get it with the fact that the kid was able to turn into a zombie but then stop himself. But then, obviously, watching it, it made sense. I love the reference to Train to Busan, how they actually mentioned it in the movie, in the series. So it's just applying knowledge that you've seen from other shows and movies. I love that. Yeah, there was a lot of speaking. There was some episodes that kind of dragged. Some episodes had a lot of action in them, but some episodes just genuinely dragged. There was a bit too much talking, a bit too much pep talks. There were some points where it was valid, other points where it was just like, all right, come on, get on with it. I kind of found myself losing attention to the series because it did kind of just like a bit too much baffling in some bits. So I lost my attention. I loved the teenage lives showing traumatic trauma with bullying, suicidal thoughts. I loved how they just kind of explored that because it is very relevant to kids of that age. So I thought it was really realistic as well. And I've been through suicidal thoughts, so I know what that's like. But I was 12 at the time, so I was much younger. I liked it when he turned around and he created the shit bucket and he says, "Guys, I don't want to stay where it smells of shit." And someone turns around to him and goes, "Yeah, because it's your shit. It's you." I just thought it was really funny. Okay, so he says, he calls her a halfie. And they go, "Oh, what's a halfie?" He goes, "Oh, it's half zombie, half person, like half spicy with fried rice, half spicy, half not spicy." I thought it was pretty funny how he just referenced food to someone who's not a zombie, not a human either. I thought it was pretty funny. Obviously, with any first series, there's always going to be an issue with money and budget because you do have a restricted budget and you've got to make it work. For that reason, I won't say that. I won't argue with the fact that it was mostly set in the school. Again, they have a budget. They've got to stick to it, so I get it. But they managed, in the later episodes, they actually managed to kind of drift away from the school. And I personally loved it when they had the lighting effects with the rain. I loved that bit personally. Also, the villain. I know he's a bit of a dick. I kind of liked him. I kind of like how he just kind of adapted, and instead of being the side bully, he turned out to be the main villain. Probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, I kind of liked him in a way. He was a bit of a dick, obviously, but I did love how he was just powerful and just went around fucking killing everybody, because why not? Hopefully there'll be another season. I'm hoping so. Again, it's got 100 Rotten Tomatoes as far as I know. At least it said it on Facebook. I hope that's true. Okay. The villain is badass. I just wrote loads of doodles. I love the reference to World War Z as well, where they used the magazines that they taped around their body parts to stop the zombie bites. So that was pretty good. The zombie bike. That I loved it when the police officer got on the zombie bike and he had his mate on the back with the baseball bat looking thing and just started twatting all the zombies. I thought that was pretty good. I love it when the cop turned round and said, "If I turn into a zombie, I'm coming after you. You understand? I'm biting your neck first." I thought that was pretty funny. I don't get. So the guy admits that he likes his friend, and then she starts crying. Why are you crying for? Like, I don't understand. Like, she just cries for some reason. I have no idea why she cries. Um, Squad team. I loved the squad team. There was a lot of action with that. I was actually kind of worried that there wasn't going to be any action, and with the squad team, there was more than enough. I loved the fact that they actually got them involved, rather than just kids in a school. There was SWAT teams, and I loved the idea that they have the police wall as well. When all the police officers got together, I loved that. I wish we got to see some of like that kind of the fight between the zombies and the police force. I wish we got to see more of that. When he sees his dead mom, that bit got me. I was just like, as if she has to die. Like, I mean, again, I love Korea and how brutally dark they are, but that bit got me. The ending, I would have personally have had the ending as the nuclear bomb. I think if you drop the nuclear bomb and they're all in different areas rather than all together, the bomb goes off, blackout, finish. That's how I would have done it personally. The inner voice of the class president when she tells herself to eat the other characters. I love that. How her natural instincts as like a zombie turned on her. I actually thought that she bit the female character. I actually thought she bit her for that scene. I don't know why he didn't hit her with the spade. He could have just knocked her out. I don't know why he didn't do anything. I loved the series. I thought it was amazing. I hope there's another one. Hopefully. But no, I love that. I can't wait for the next season of Kingdom, which I think is 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully, hurry up with that. Yeah, that was amazing. I loved it, but I do think in parts it was kind of a drag. Needed to pick it up a bit. More intense music and more action for season 2, which I cannot wait for. So, thank you for that.